Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. With everything, we still have not gotten our January newsletter out, and it's now the second week of February or something like that. And so I thought I would just put a general update here on YouTube, and then I will send it through email to the people that we would normally send newsletters to, and just hopefully it gets out to enough people that they feel updated. So Thomas has been sick this past month. He is now feeling better. He is now his normal self. Praise the Lord, we made it. One of the twins had an issue behind her ear. It was essentially, I think, a boil. We ended up getting that lanced, taken care of, and drained. It's looking much better. Praise the Lord for that. Dan has been coaching middle school basketball, which is consisted of 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade boys. They've now had 2 games. The first game was really close and really exciting. I think they only lost by 2 points. And the second game was a reminder of what happens here quite often, and that is a lot of times, unfortunately, our middle school boys end up going up against varsity high school boys. I don't know if it's the age or just when kids start school or things, or just communication, if they're afraid of losing, who knows. But Saturday's game was really, really rough, and the boys that our middle school boys ended up playing were a lot bigger than them, a lot stronger than them, and you could tell that they had been playing for a lot longer. So it wasn't fair. It was really hard to watch, and really discouraging to Daniel as a coach. And so I would ask for prayers that you would keep Daniel and the team in your prayers as they finish out their season. They only have maybe 5 more games, I think. But if that continues to happen, it's just hard. You know, you're trying to teach fundamentals and courage and things, but it helps when kids can win a game, or at least come very close to winning. And when you're playing people that are not even close to your skill level, it's just not possible. And so yeah, especially for all those of you in the US or in Indiana that really understand basketball, it's just been hard. And then on top of that, last week Dan rolled his ankle, and it's swollen and bruised and hurts. And so he usually goes out and plays basketball with different people at our church once or twice a week, and so he's not going to be able to do it this time. And just from a practical standpoint, we're really praying that his ankle heals soon, so that he can help out here at home with, having the twins and Thomas. There's a lot to get done, and I just pray that he can get around school sufficiently as he needs to, and also with coaching. Fortunately, he has a break from coaching this week. The middle school is on what's called outdoor education, so they are gone. So with that, he doesn't coach them this week. He doesn't have practices. He doesn't have a game this Saturday. And I also don't have 8th grade Bible this week like I normally would. So I'm down to 1 class. But we need some time of healing, and we just also need prayer that we would stop and we would focus on the Lord and slow down enough to make sure that our actions and our words are pleasing and honoring to Him. A lot of times with the kids, like the twins will feed off of each other. Damn, sneezing. The twins will feed off of each other, so if one's crying and the next one starts crying, and having them both crying, and then if Thomas is whining or crying about something, it can just be a lot. And there's a lot of just unknowns with the girls, on top of getting the little thing behind her ear taken care of. The twins saw their parents on Friday. Well, they saw their mom, their dad, I guess, had started a job, and so that seemed to go well. The DSWD, or the foster care system, said that they're talking to the parents about putting them up for adoption, so we'll see how that works out. We're looking into possibly seeing if there's a way that we can go back to the States and then still have the twins when we get back, or just what that looks like. We're just fostering them, so we're also trying to make sure that we're doing things that are best for the three of us, and that we really believe that Thomas having a summer on the farm and with family is going to be good for him. His vocab is expanding and he's talking a lot more, but he's not really saying those words and things on the phone to my family. And so I want to see when he's around them in person, and he gets more relaxed, if that will continue, and just what will happen with that. And this is one of my cousin's last summer before college, and she just adores Thomas, and so does her brother, and I really want them to have that time, for him to be able to make those memories. And because at this point, like, we wouldn't be staying around here in hopes of being able to adopt the girls, because they're not adoptable at this point. So I want to make sure that Thomas is still getting the time and making the memories and things that he deserves, and needs, and also that we get our time. I am thinking and planning just about different things that we can do this summer to continue to help us get out of debt. I really, really enjoyed the farmer's market last summer and selling bread and things, so I'm hoping to do that again, and just going around to churches and sharing and making memories and trying to slow down. I'm not good at that, but hopefully I can spend time with family and do different things that they're doing, and that'll keep him busy. And then if Dan needs just some time at home to slow down, he can have that as well. And so, yeah, that's things in a nutshell. We've had some craziness going on in January and the beginning of February, but we've also had people that have come alongside us and helped us through all that. Like, there was the school nurse that went with me on Thursday night to take the twin to have her, like, the back of her ear, that issue, cut open and drained, and yeah, I just couldn't have done it without her. It's just, and then we had a friend that when we went to get things looked at initially, and then Thomas was dealing with the flu, we went to urgent care, she went with us. And so it's been a blessing that we haven't had to do this alone, and that we have family and friends that are back in the States praying for us. And we've had family and friends, step up and say, hey, I know you've had this extra cost, I know you've had to deal with this, and so they've sent us extra money. We just feel blessed. So with that, there is your January/February update, and this will have to do until I can get a paper newsletter sent out. So we'll talk to you next time. Bye. God bless.